Hey, what's up, my friends? Well, my garage door emits a loud squealing sound when it closes. Here, have a listen. Theoretically, that squeal sound can be quietened with just a spray of lithium grease. So let's put some on and see if we can get that to be a little less noisy. Now, before I get started, I would prefer if I didn't accidentally get any grease or anything on my truck, so I'm gonna move it out to the other side of the store. And now let's grab some lithium grease spray and see if we can quiet this thing down. I have white lithium grease. I also have silicone, but I'll be using the white lithium grease to lubricate the garage door because it's good for metal on metal and it sticks to where you spray it. And it's also good for things that you're using with high temperature. Lithium grease is better for that. Silicone it's a great all over. You could use it on wood, plastic, PVC, rubber, things like that. And it also, the dust doesn't stick to it as bad as it sticks to grease, but because we're using metal on metal, I'd prefer to use the lithium grease. Now we'll just start on one side and move to the other. One thing that can cause your garage door to make noise is the tracks out of alignment. First, I'm just going to spray everything with the grease, and if it's still squeaky, then I'll check to make sure it's in alignment. But this is the easiest thing to do, so that's the first step I'm trying. There's these pulleys up here. There's one on either side of the garage door, and the bearings in them can get squeaky, so I'm just gonna spray in here and in the other side. And for good measure, I'm just gonna spray some on the pulley itself so that when the wire gets wrapped up, it will lubricate the wire as well. Also, each of these, I'll spray in both sides. Spray all around it. And also in these, inside of the hinges. Anywhere that it might rub against each other. And I'll go ahead and do that to all of the hinges and rollers. And there's a spring. I'm just gonna spray all the way across the top of it. And it should run down into the spring and help lubricate the whole thing, because that's probably what's causing the squeak from it just rubbing against each other, that high tension. There's also a chain. I'll lubricate that. And there's also this track that this slides on. So I'm going to put a row of I'll put spray grease all the way down that track. Well, I got it all looped up, and let's open the door and see how it sounds. I didn't hear a squeak. I heard it try it. It made a little bit of a groan, but that was it. That's a lot better than it was. Gonna go ahead and open and close it a couple more times just to get the lubrication worked in there, and it's a lot better. One thing that I saw is that sometimes that chain can be loose and it can rub on there, and that can cause it a grinding sound. And I saw it was rubbing a little, but it doesn't really look that loose, and I don't want to tighten it because the little gears in the motor could break if the chain is too tight, and I don't want to risk that. So just that little sound of just the chain rubbing on there is really something I can live with, so I'm not going to mess with that. But if you do want to, there's just a little bolt that you can loosen this one and tighten this one, just like the lock nut, where it's just simple. You can understand it if you crawl up there and have a look at it. Not too hard to do. Just don't tighten it too much because you don't want to break those gears in there. Let me run this up and down a couple more times, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.